Hi, what's up gamers, it's the greatest YouTuber of all time, rageface Studios here, and welcome back to a brand new epic video on youtube.com. Yeah, in today's video we're going to be doing a very original idea on this YouTube channel, talking about a drama about a shitty schoolgirl anime game, because I have clearly never done that before. And these suggestions come from my freaking Discord server again. I'm just gonna promote it, but please join my epic Discord, thank you. And especially from Pelican, because he's been telling me about this freaking story for weeks. I've been like way too lazy, so I decided not to do it. Now there's actually a reason to freaking do it, because that game that all the epic commentators were praising, it's now dead. So everyone knows that like a few weeks ago, YandereDev actually released the first rival to his game in Yandere Simulator called Osana, and he's finally making progress on his game. And YandereDev, a bad developer, is very perverted. He's making game about having to kill a bunch of rivals in order to get with one person and passionately hug them. No one cares anymore. And basically because YandereDev was taking like a bajillion years to code his game, one person called DrApeis decided to make his own fan game called lovesick. And in his original trailer, he stole a bunch of music from one of the composers from Yandere Simulator, and then he got that epic copyright strike. And then I'm pretty sure that's what caused this game to blow up, because everyone was like, oh my god, YandereDev is false striking people and trying to stop competitors from existing. Even though, I'm pretty sure it's very freaking stupid. If you're making a game which competes with someone else's game, you're not going to use the music from their own game. Otherwise, you'd just be freaking stupid. I think that I actually made that point in my original video as well. You would have been able to like read the top of a video where it says that some person called Cleveland Rock forced him to like re-upload this, and basically what happened is the person who originally made the trailer decided to use music from Yandere Simulator inside his freaking trailer. I understand that point, because it's illegal. Take down the original as far as you want, because how you gonna steal music from Yandere Simulator and then put that into a trailer, into a game that's directly competing with it? That is funny. And and basically what happened is that this guy who was making this epic lovesick game basically advertised it as if he coded like all of the stuff that he showed in the trailer in like only 2 weeks. And because of that, everyone was saying, if he's gonna do development that fast, then this game will probably be like the same as Yandere Simulator, but it will actually come out. And then it got a bunch of support. His original video got 1 million views and a bunch of other stuff, and then he was forced to like make some sort of apology, and he worked with like some other composer of music for the game, and everyone thought that he was manipulated or some shit. But he continued to code the game, and I guess this is where all the drama started, which has literally caused the game to die. And of course, this involves rageface Studios doing quote-unquote research, where we just either steals information from other YouTube videos or just ask people to send him the information. Okay, please shut up. After all of this, YandereDev was really not happy with the game, because obviously, it was a freaking competitor. Then he basically sent this kid like a bunch of messages about his game and stuff, and everyone was saying that it was a suicide baiting. And I personally never did that, did I? And following the leaks of these messages by some like an ex-moderator of the game, #RipYandereDev actually got onto fucking trending. And then DrApeis was originally trying to cover for YandereDev, saying that they were faked, but then it turned out they weren't faked, and everyone was saying YandereDev big bad. Again, I didn't do that at all. But then slowly stuff started to like come out exposing the epic DrApeis. So firstly, YandereDev was talking about how the game actually wasn't developed in like 2 weeks, and instead it actually stole assets from Yandere Simulator. And it actually turned out that another reason why lovesick was like developed so quickly was because DrApeis was actually some other person called Our Walls Are Falling or some shit. Made another failed Yandere Simulator fan game, so that brings up a lot of confidence in people, doesn't it? But then again, people watch the failed YouTube channels like rageface Studios, so honestly I don't even know. Of course, it was found out by some person doxing him, and I assume it's kiwi farms, because you know, for some reason, instead of like having productive arguments about how a person is bad, just like to put people's lives at risk instead. Then 1000 IQ tried and tested method, you know, because the last time someone tried that on rageface studios, it's not like they not only got like the wrong address, but they also like destroyed their channel, and now I have more epic subs than them. But yeah, honestly, you know, why do people like dox every single person if they're in drama with them or something, if they hate them? Because you know, especially if you've got the docs wrong, I'm not saying that it's good if you get the docs right and then you can just like harass them or something, but you know, if you get the docs wrong, then you're literally gonna be putting some random innocent person at risk as well, and that's pretty bad too. Yeah, that happened, and yeah, you know, even when that happened, people were still like supporting lovesick. You know, after the hashtag RIP YandereDev trended on Twitter, you know, DrApeis came to like some sort of resolution, and then he renamed the game and stuff, and they changed like the direction the game was going, and then it got onto literal trending on YouTube. So he directly trended on YouTube and indirectly on Twitter, because it was only trending on Twitter because of a situation surrounding him. So yeah, but yeah, you know, after all of this, there were even more things that came out about DrApeis, and you know, they are very big bad. And I have an entire list here from some epic Google documents, so I guess I'm gonna read out some of them. He disliked Raid's videos criticizing him. Obviously he lied about his identity, but you know, I don't think that's even a big deal really. He refused to remove their people's art after they like left the project and requested that they didn't want their art in the game anymore, and then you know, after that started being like, oh my god, you don't own the copyright of the characters anymore. If you put something in lovesick, I own it now, because you know, he'll just credit the people because he's way too lazy to like actual assets or something. He also lied about YandereDev, and then you know, there were two very big things that got everyone exposed. So yeah, you know, firstly, apparently he hired like a sexual harasser to work on the team for his game, and you know, if he honestly didn't know about that, then if he just removed him the first time, and I don't think it would be a big deal, there would be no issues. But you know, the thing is, DrApeis literally admitted to rehiring that same person after he knew that they were exposed for being a sexual harasser, which is of course 1000 IQ. And you know, apparently he tried to groom a 10-year-old girl. Yeah, you know, we're getting onto Onision levels of illegal activity, way more than stealing assets from Yandere Simulator. And apparently, you know, he was slandering YandereDev. Oh no, we all have to support him now. I'm scared, I want to kill myself. And yeah, you know, the person who was supposedly 10 at the time actually made a video on everything that happened, and how DrApeis' friends and stuff were like making fun of them about it, and they were saying, oh my god, cancel culture is bad. Apparently, you know, he used his mom was drugging him with meth as an excuse for grooming them, which is 1000 IQ. You know, these like 20 bajillion word Google documents are honestly so freaking dumb. And yeah, honestly, I don't even know. And honestly, you know, there was like so much more, so much that there's literally a Twitter account dedicated to reading all the drama about the game. And keep in mind, you know, I don't even think it's been like a 6 months since it started the game, and then you know, they got all these Twitter accounts exposing all the epic spicy drama about the game, which is of course a sign of a successful game. And yeah, you know, following all of this, you know, DrApeis actually decided to end development of lovesick. He ended it off with like some 5-minute video, which of course has comments turned off, and you know, he's been bleeding subscribers ever since because of all the freaking drama. But yeah, I guess I'll just react to some of his comments about all the drama inside this video. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello everyone. Welcome to a disappointing video that I know most of you didn't want to see. This will be a video explaining the development of Love Letter and why it's now come to a halt. If you don't wish to watch the full video, there will be timestamps of each significant point in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Releasing the first iteration of Love Letter, Lovesick, on YouTube was a pretty great feeling at first. I, nor any of my friends, thought that it would get as popular as it did. Honestly, it's super surprising that I've ended up like this. Looking back on it now, I cringe at how toxic I was being. I remember asking the entire server to repost the trailer to Lovesick since Cleveland Rock took down the original. That just isn't how I want a fan base to work.
Even though, you know, like way after the original trailer came out, you were still being toxic and getting your staff to lie about everything so you look like a better person. Yeah, that's just very epic.
Now that I think about it, a fan base should support the game from the sidelines. A fanbase shouldn't mass repost a video that was rightfully taken down by someone who has full ownership of the music used in said video. Around a month and a quarter of Love Letter's development was when the first rival, Kaya, had started being programmed fully. When I released a video showing off the blurred rival events for Monday, I didn't think about the consequences that would come with including that I programmed her in only 1 week. The comments then became toxic real fast, comparing Yandere Simulator's development time to Love Letter's. I feel as if that was the start of the downhill of my mental health. During the development of Love Letter, there was a lot of drama. That's definitely going to happen since Love Letter was seen as a competing game against Yandere Simulator. It felt as if the drama was non-stop and kept coming over and over again. The list just feels like it goes on forever. Most of all the drama is petty and childish. Some of the drama also had no context or explanation behind it, and was very one-sided. I never bothered to comment on most of it, because if I do, then I'll just be spammed with K-pop gifs or told to harm myself, for example. Then came the doxing part of development, where I and a few volunteers of the game had been doxed. In my opinion, doxing is wrong, and it's really invasive of privacy, not to mention toxic as hell. Due to the impact of COVID-19, people were forced to stay inside their homes, which caused a lot of the regular toxic people who browse the internet every day to become more active. Thankfully, my current address, state, and a lot of other things were wrong in my docs, but unfortunately that wasn't the case for others who were doxed. Their information, all of it, had been reposted online and exposed for the world to see. And honestly, it upsets me greatly to have them go through that when they're some of the nicest people I've met. Granted, not all of the people who were doxed are saints, but that does not excuse the act of doxing. Working on Love Letter from the start until now, a lot has changed with me personally. Thanks to all of the harassment I've been getting, the constant comparisons between Yandere Simulator and Love Letter, and other things have caused me to become stressed and really sad.
Yeah, you know, I just love this bit. You know, he claims harassment when he's literally been doing that to other people for months without care. He also says that, oh my god, you know what, other people have been comparing Yandere Simulator to my game, even though he's been literally doing that himself for ages as well. Very non-hypocritical.
I was running on pure motivation, a clear mind of what the game would look like and turn out to be, but since around a month and a half ago, all of that has vanished. Looking at Yandere Simulator now, working on Love Letter, the Yandere Simulator community, they all make me feel gross and disgusted. I don't have the same love and care that I had for this project that I had a month ago. My mental health has been on a downhill drive, and it's caused me to really reflect on myself. And since I haven't been able to sleep due to my increased insomnia, I've been having negative thoughts and began to act on impulse to certain situations. This, all in itself, is the failure of Love Letter.
You know, not DrApeis' actions. It was just because of all the other stuff, Like, I love how he won't even admit to anything. He's just gonna be putting the blame on all these other things. And yeah, you know, I guess that's actually the end of this Epic Rageface Studios video. That's the end of the development of the Epic Love Letter. And honestly, you know, the game doesn't even look that bad. People have been saying that if he's actually gonna end the development for good, he might as well like open source it, because there's not even a public demo and the game's ended before we've even seen it. Even though the gameplay doesn't even look that bad. But honestly, you know, this is DrApeis' second failed identity, so hopefully in a few months he comes back into the Yandere Simulator community, manages to finish the game, and goes under the alias subscribe to Rageface Studios. I would really love that. But honestly, you know, at this point I don't even think that any Yandere Simulator fan game except Sarah's School Life would even last at this point, because since the first rival has come out in Yandere Simulator and YandereDev has put in all the features, it's not going to take him like a 20 bajillion years to make a rival anymore. And yeah, you know, honestly, that's it. There is going to be no more epic lovesick game anymore because of how DrApeis is a big bad. But that means, you know, Rageface Studios, his channel is literally going to be dead forever now, since he can't milk any more drama for more epic views. And honestly, you know, my views are like so right now compared to how they were like a month ago or something. Which is why you should subscribe to my epic channel. Now it's time for me to plug all my stuff because I'm so amazing. And yeah, you know, before I end this video, I do want to point out that I'm not defending like a YandereDev or all the stuff that he's been doing, because people have been writing that in my comments. I'm just saying that, you know, DrApeis is also big bad, but yeah, time to give myself more subscribers. So yeah, you can join the Epic Rageface Studios Discord if you want to, where people say they want to steal the Epic Rageface Studios intro, which I honestly don't understand. The opening phrase to all my videos is like so bad I literally want to shoot myself all the time when I hear it, so don't understand why you'd want to steal it, but okay. And you also have to notify me on Discord when you're stealing my intro. You know, I really appreciate that. Honestly, I don't know. You can also follow my epic social media. Get me to 0.1 likes and we'll literally be able to talk. And yeah, bye. See you next time for like the 3 people who still watch my videos.
Rageface Studios, my guy with 1.3k subscribers. Go subscribe to Rageface. I enjoy his content.
I know she likes you better when I'm sober. I don't wanna be alone, no, I just wanna hold her. Late nights, yeah.